And we're back with another video. Now, yesterday was a good day because we had the courier rock up with all the last few parts for the turbo build that I'm doing on this car. Now the courier rocked up about 20 minutes before I had to leave for work, so luckily I was home and I was able to be here for it all to be delivered. Otherwise it probably would have gone to a depot and might have sat for another week at least. But it's taken about 3 weeks for this stuff to get here, so yeah, glad that it's finally here. And as you can see, it's all stuff from ANTZ Performance over in Melbourne. So I contacted these guys about the build, and yeah, they offered me an awesome discount on all the parts. So everything I needed, they were happy to help out and offer a good discount. So cheers for that, Xavier at ANTZ Performance, you're a legend. Now I was umming and ahhing about a few things on how I wanted to go with the setup, just for how the engine bay looked. But like I mentioned, they offered an awesome discount, so pretty much couldn't say no. And I'm sort of glad I went this way now because I've got everything now that I need to get the build done. Now, as well as all of this stuff, I did order a catch can from ANTZ Performance as well, which I've already opened. But all this stuff, yeah, I haven't even opened the boxes yet. Like I said, I had to go to work yesterday. So yeah, I thought we'd just unbox them and see what we got. Now, I've got a full exhaust system here. There's a stage 2 intercooler. I've got FG, FTX intercooler piping because I'm hoping that I can use a BABF intercooler and run the FG piping. That's what I'm hoping for. I've also got a battery relocation kit and the turbo side intake as well. So yeah, let's open it up and have a look. Now what I'm mostly interested to look at is the intercooler. So we'll open that one first, which I think is this guy. So I'll get it out and open it up. Okay, so we've got trusty razor blade. Let's open this bad boy up. Now one thing I'm spewing about is I did order a black intercooler, and I think I paid like $50 extra for the black one, but on the box this says silver, so I'm expecting this to be a silver intercooler. So let's have a look. Yeah, it is silver. Well packaged, that's for sure. Oh, she's a beefy bit of gear. I'll put the camera down and grab it out. And there she is. That is a serious bit of gear. Really nice welds on it. You can just tell it's decent quality by the feel of it. I've had intercoolers before on my diesel cars, and yeah, they don't feel anything like this one does. Now this intercooler is the main reason I contacted ANTZ in the first place, because I did want this intercooler. I just like the way it mounts into the car, and it was the most reasonably priced good quality cooler. Now a lot of the stuff that I've got is probably way overkill for an NA+T build. Like this cooler is probably overkill, but in saying that, this will keep the air, intake temps down quite a bit, hopefully. And yeah, if I do plan on changing anything for the future, I've got that headroom to be able to do that. I don't think I will plan for anything else down the future, but yeah, who knows, anything could happen. So just look at the welds on there. Pretty nice bit of gear. You've got some solid mounting points on the top here, which are going to hold it nicely into the car. Now I was curious because they don't show online that there's any mounting points on the bottom, so let's have a look underneath. Yeah, okay, so no mounting points on the bottom, so basically it just hangs from the 2 bolts at the top. But I'm assuming that by the time it's in there with your hoses on as well, it's probably going to rest on the bottom splash tray, I'm assuming, inside the bumper, down in here. That's my guess. Definitely a really nice bit of gear. So yeah, pretty stoked to have that. But yeah, as I mentioned, I did order a black one. I'm not a real fan of the bling stuff on the cars, even though I do have the chrome grille. I have actually been thinking about changing that grille out because yeah, it's a bit bling, but it does look nice on the car. It's just, I don't know, just not really my taste. And same sort of thing with the cooler. I did want a black cooler to be down the bottom here in this front vent on the bumper. Wasn't really sure if I wanted the aluminium finish in there sort of sticking out. I just want this car to be subtle, just a cruiser. So yeah, I don't know if I should contact them about that or just sort of take it as is. I did get the cooler really cheap, but yeah, we'll see. I may send them an email and just yeah, see what they say. And since we opened the cooler, we might as well open the piping kit to go with it. So like I mentioned, I've got an FG piping kit, so I'm hoping that I can make this work in the BF. I have seen online people have done it, so yeah, fingers crossed that I can do the same. So let's open it up. nice little sticker. Probably nothing really special here to see. It's just going to be some silicone joiners and some hose clamps and a bit of piping. So let's have a look at the finish. So I'll just grab one of the pipes out and we'll have a look. I'll open it up and check it out. And there it is. So it's actually a really nice satin finish on this. Online I've seen pictures of some wrinkle coat stuff of ANTZ kits, so I wasn't sure how the actual finish would look when it comes. But yeah, this will complement the engine bay quite nicely. So it's got some really nice bends on it, and it's all bead rolled on the end for where your silicone joiners go. So yeah, really nice bit of gear. So we've also got a packet of hose clamps. These look decent quality. Have a look. Now some of these worm clamps that you get are pretty shitty, but these ones look like they're pretty good, which is cool. Yeah, I thought they might have been those cheap style ones that you get, but yeah, these look decent. So that's very good. Happy. And we just got the rest of the piping here. So there's 4 pieces of actual piping, and the rest is just silicone joiners. So I'll put this one back in. I won't open them all up, there's no point. We'll have a look at the joiners. All right, let's get one of these big ones out. Now, I know with turbos and boost, you can get a lot of suction on silicone joiners, especially if they're on corners, like on the angles. This is quite a long silicone joiner, so hopefully it'll be okay. Yeah, I guess we'll know when we get it in the car. But I had already thought about, when I seen online, about cutting some of this, even here, and putting a piece of alley just in here, a piece of tube, just to get rid of some of that silicone. But I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it all fits up and go from there. But yeah, nothing special here, just silicone joiners. But these are designed specifically for the FG. As you can see, they're shaped in a specific way, but hopefully we can make it work in there. So that's the cooler piping. Very cool. And we'll open up the next bad boy. Now I think this one's going to be the battery relocation kit and turbo side intake. Very cool. Okay, so we've got our big pod filter. Okay, have a look. Alright. I've always been against pod filters, but yeah, you just want to get that dough sound with these cars, so this will be pretty cool. What else is in here? So here's the air box cover thing, which goes over the filter, part of the intake. Put that there. And there's the lid for it. So we'll have a look at that as well and have a look at the finish. There's the lid, and man, I'm really liking the finish on this. I didn't want anything glossy in the engine bay, like I said, so this is going to be nice. It's like a satin. It's not a wrinkle finish, but it's like a textured finish. This is part of the battery tray for the relocation kit. Same finish on that. Very nice. Sweet. And we've got our new battery cables. Red one obviously goes down to the starter motor, and the black one is the earth. Open them and have a quick squeeze. Now, I'm a bit funny when it comes to electrical components in cars. I love things neat, and I've seen the way some of these are done and they're just horrible. But yeah, we'll look at that when it comes time to installing this. But just your standard yeah, battery cable. That'll work fine. What else is in here? We've got our intake pipe. So that's obviously the pipe that goes onto the pod filter. So we'll have a look at that. Okay, so the finish on this one is actually like a bit more glossy than the rest of it. But this goes down the bottom anyway, underneath the intercooler piping, and you pretty much don't even really see this. And as you can see here, it's got a boss welded on, a threaded boss there for your breather going back to the intake, but I'll be blocking that off because I'm running a catch can. So what I'm thinking of doing, what I've already thought about doing, is running this that way. So the breather, I'll block that off obviously, and then have that facing down so you don't see it. Then we just got the silicone joiner for that intake to go to the pod filter. Oh, there's a fitting inside there. Let's have a look if I can get it out. Oh, yeah, nice. So it's just a threaded barb. Looks like a 3/8 fitting, I'm assuming. Yeah, it'd be about 3/8. And just a barb yeah, but we'll get a bung and block it off. Like I said, I'm not going to use this. And what else? Lastly, we got the base for the battery kit, the tray. Again, some worm clamps for the silicone hoses. We've got our battery clamp itself. Now, I must admit, I've always hated the battery relocation kits in these cars, in all of these cars, and all the kits that you buy. The reason being, these fucking things. Now, these J-bolts just take me back to 1979, the year I was born, maybe even early 80s, because you used to get these on like the old school cars, and to put these in a modern engine bay, just to me, looks absolutely disgusting. But all the kits you buy, all the relocation kits seem to use these. So I'm going to try and maybe not use these. I've got an idea in mind of maybe not having to use these, but we'll have to see when it comes time to fitting it. I was originally going to put the battery in the boot, but that would have been a cost of me buying another battery, buying more cable, quite a bit of cable. But like I said, I got all of this stuff at a good price, so, and it's just a kit ready to go. So for simplicity, I just went this route, and yeah, hopefully I can make this look a bit better than this. I mean, like I said, this is what comes with all the kits you get, but yeah, I'm just not a fan of these J-bolts, that's all. And lastly, you get some breather hose to go to that intake, which is that threaded barb, which I won't be running. Oh, and you can't forget the old door stop. So this goes on to the actually, I could probably use that to bung that off. Maybe that's what that's for. Yeah, it is, I'd say. Hose clamp on there. But I don't think I'll do that. I think I'll get a bung that fits that, put some thread sealant on it, and yeah, just leave it fitting in there rather than that with a hose clamp. And we've got some bolts here, some hardware. A couple of smaller clamps, obviously for that fitting and for the hose. And the bolts for the actual intake. All stainless steel stuff by the look of it. Even the screws are stainless steel. Not that I'll be using those. I've got an idea in mind to try and keep all that nice as well. But yeah, good quality stainless steel hardware as well. And another sticker. Alright, now we'll open up one of these bigger ones and see what's in these. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Jesus, that thing is huge. Holy fuck, I can stick my whole fist in there. So this is the full 4-inch turbo back exhaust. I did say I went overkill, but I did mention as well that I got this whole bit of gear at a really, really good price. So it was pretty much the price I couldn't say no to. Now there's going to be quite a bit of stuff here, so we'll come back to this. There is a second box to this because I did see a bit of piping hanging out of one of the boxes, so we'll open that up. So this one should be the other half of the exhaust. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. That's what I was actually after. So I've also got some valve springs, some Crocam's valve springs. I have bought a valve spring tool to do the springs while the engine's out. So these are just the 1809s. These are just like your entry level sort of boosted set. Now I'm pretty sure these are good for about 20 psi, which this NA engine will definitely not see. So these will be fine. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing these because never done valve springs before. So yeah, should be fun. And in here we've got, it looks like the rear muffler. Yep. So it's got the big boy 4-inch tip. Now I'm not a fan of these sort of Canon tips. I did originally want the factory tip at the back. I like the factory tip at the back of the car. So I was going to maybe look at seeing if somebody could make that work for me. But for now, I'll just get this on because it's what it is. It came like this. And yeah, we'll just go with it. And it's also got the high flow cat in here as well. I think this is a 5-inch high flow cat. So we'll open this up and have a look. There we go. I've got your O2 bung here. I wonder if this bolt would fit that intake. It actually might, you know. Try that later. Yeah, so your oxygen sensor goes into here. There should be another one somewhere, probably on the downpipe or dump pipe, whatever you want to call it. It's got a 4-bolt flange on one end, which is good, and 2-bolt on the other. I think this is the part that goes to the rest of the system, and the rest of the system back from here is all V-band. So yeah, that's the only 2-bolt flange in the whole setup. But just looking at the welds on this, it actually looks like a really good bit of gear. I've seen other exhaust systems again for the Patrol, and the steel that they use is quite cheap and thin looking, and the welds aren't the best. But these look really good, and the quality of the steel looks really good as well. Yeah, I think this will sound nice. I've seen one video online with a full ANTZ exhaust. I'll see if I can put that in here, the sound of it. Now that sounds amazing to me, and when I heard that sound I thought, yep, that would sound sick on my car. So another reason why I went contacted ANTZ as well. So while we're here, we may as well open it all up, have a look. We'll have a look at these mufflers. Holy shit, this is a decent bit of gear. This thing is huge. Now I know most people go a 4-inch dump to a 3.5-inch system, but like I said, I got this complete system all to go in the car. It is for FG, so this is an FG exhaust system. So I don't know exactly 100% how this is going to work in the car. I did need the FG dump because of the way the manifold and turbo are angled on the exhaust manifold. So I know the dump pipe will work, but it's whether all of the rest of this is going to marry up to the car. I was told yes, it'll go straight in, but yeah, I don't know that for sure. So yeah, that'll be fun when it comes time to fit in this. But again, really nice quality, and this is actually really, really nice. Can't wait to hear this on the car. So that's the big cannon there. Don't know if I like that, but hey, we'll see how it goes. Now being a 4-inch, I will have to lower the rear cradle, the diff cradle, to get this pipe over the diff, because it is so big. So in the box there's some V-band clamps. I've got some gaskets here. These gaskets aren't the best gaskets, so if you use a bit of gasket sealant with these, the heat stuff, they can go alright. And we'll open this up, see what's in this. This feels like Christmas. Some more silicone joiners. Okay, so these must be for the intercooler piping. They've just chucked them in here as well. So we've got some silicone joiners here, some more hose clamps, and this is the throttle body elbow for the intake, and another sticker. Okay, so this is the throttle body elbow that goes into the throttle body, and as you can see here, it's got a massive hole in it, so that's for your factory blow-off valve, and this bit here is for your boost pressure sensor. I'm going to be running an BF turbo ECU in this car, and I've got a wiring harness from Bill Hooton to run this sensor as well as the wastegate solenoid to plug into the BF turbo ECU. So I will be utilising this this port here, but this hole here, that'll get blocked off with one of those door stops, because yeah, won't need that, don't have a blow-off valve. So this here is the dump pipe, as you can see. Now I think this is a cast piece from what I've seen online. Let's have a look. So it's got a really nice finish here. So that's a cast outlet from the turbo flange, as you can see, down to that part there. So you see a lot of these that is just it's the pipe, but it's all bent in and just dodgily welded around the back here, so it doesn't get the best flow, especially up the front here on some of those exhausts. But this is, like I said, a cast piece, so yeah, that should flow really nicely. And up the other end, you've just got that 4-bolt flange again, which goes onto the high flow cap. I think it's a 100 cell high flow cap, the one that we got. So yeah, can't wait to hear it. It's going to be cool. And I won't go pulling this right out, but we'll open up the last box, and I'm assuming that's just going to be another muffler, the center muffler. So we'll have a look. Let's open up this lucky last one. Yep, so it's the center muffler and the center section of the exhaust. Yeah, that's about it. Pretty happy now. This is everything I need. Valve springs are going to be cool. I can't wait to do those, sort of looking forward to that. Man, look at the finish on these mufflers. Even around the back here, it's all one sealed piece. There's no like flange on here where it's been joined. It's all flushed off, very nice. Even the center one is just the same. Really nice gear. Can't wait. Like Like I mentioned, I did order a black intercooler and we've got the silver one. So yeah, I'm not sure. I might send them an email and just see what they say. I know it's going to be a bit of a pain sending this one back and getting another one shipped over. And I don't want any more hold-ups. Although there is a bit of a hold-up now with the tuner. So I contacted the tuner yesterday to look at booking it in, because I've got 2 weeks off work in about 2 weeks' time. So the plan was to get into it and do it all then, and then try and get it booked in for the tuner just after that. But I've spoken to the tuner, and unfortunately their business had a workshop fire. So I'm taking it to Dark Horse here in Perth. And about 6 weeks ago, it might have been a couple of months ago now, they had a workshop fire. And I've talked to Matt yesterday, and they don't have a dyno yet. So they're getting a new dyno in a few weeks' time, and then he reckons about a couple of weeks after they've got it in, should be looking at getting it booked in. So can't really do much until then anyway, but that might work out good for timing to get this done. It's going to give me a bit more time, and I'm not going to be pushed to get it done. But I'll get as much as I can done in that 2 weeks. The only thing that I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to do is get the, which is the very last thing to do, is get the dump pipe, the wastegate screamer pipe plumbed back into that dump pipe, because I don't want the screamer pipe, I want it plumbed back in. So I do have to get that sorted, but I can't really do that until I get the dump pipe in the car and the screamer pipe all fitted up, so I know I can show where it goes and where it needs to be plumbed in. I can't really just wing it and just go, oh yeah, put it in here. So until I get all this on the car, I can't really get that worked out. So the tuning, taking that little bit extra, might give me that bit more time to get that plumb back in. And that way there's no issues with getting it tuned, because I was thinking of just leaving the screamer on, getting it tuned, and then get that plumbed in when I can. But I spoke to Matt and he said, yeah, you can do that, but it's probably best to do it beforehand, because everything you want to do, basically do it now and then get it tuned as it's going to be. So that's what I'm going to do. But in the meantime, there's a couple of things I want to have painted up. So there's a couple of little things to do just to sort of get it all ready for when it comes time to do it. So for now, all this stuff's just going to be put in the spare room. And when it comes time to do it, we can just take everything out, take the engine out, take the exhaust off, and just get stuck into it. So yeah, can't wait. Looking forward to it. So that's pretty much it for this video. Just thought I'd show the unboxing process of all these parts. Pretty cool. Like I said, I might contact ANTZ about that intercooler, because I don't know if I want the silver in there. But if we end up keeping it, it's no big deal, honestly. Doesn't really bother. I could even just paint it with some black spray paint. But yeah, it's not a priority. But good feeling. We're nearly there. Getting close now. Can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like I said, it's going to be a couple of weeks till we can get started. But it could be a good thing that we've got to hold off for the tuner, because it'll give me a good chance to get all this fitted. And then I'm going to try and start the car, because the engine's going to come out. I want to make sure everything starts and there's no leaks or anything like that. I don't want to get it to the tuner on a trailer and then the thing won't even start. So yeah, having that extra time might be a good thing. But yeah, that's it. Just sort of show that. But yeah, we're nearly there. Cannot wait to hear this thing. This exhaust is going to be cool. Just hope the thing fits. Fingers crossed.